Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, you are listening to Car Musings, and I'm your host, Mad Morgan. How's everybody doing today? Good morning to you, and I hope you're having a good day so far. Before I get into it, hey, how's your integrity today? Are you keeping your integrity in check? It's important. It's a question you need to ask yourself. Am I doing the right thing when no one else is watching, right? Not trying to press, but just because I have a good moral code and a sense of honor. That is the question, my friends. So, are you doing the right thing when no one else is watching? That's what integrity is. Yeah, it's important. Keep it in check. Anyways, hey, how are you? I'm fine today. A little tired. Got a big day. Things going on today. But how are you doing? You doing good? I hope you're doing well. It's tough out there these days, but when is it not? Are we going to power through? Of course we are. But if you need some helpful information on stuff, helplines and support groups, whatever, we have some useful information. Why don't you check out themadmorgan.com and, take a little visit over there. Check it out. You might find some useful stuff out there, and if you're feeling generous, come on by and, help us out, making a donation to keep us on the air. Anyways, let's get into today's show, today's episode. What are we talking about today? And I always think about these things, and I start rattling it around my head, and I'm like, there's this, there's that. I don't want to be a repeat. Some stuff does need repeating, of course, and emphasizing because it's people are not getting it. Others, I ramble on because I haven't said enough on it. But I always try to think of something new. I want to keep it interesting for you folks. You're tuning in, you're listening to us, and I appreciate that. Today, I'm posing the question: do dumb people know they're dumb? I can think of better words, but dumb is a very, PG rated, kinder term. But, I can think of a lot of different ways to emphasize dumb. But yeah, do dumb people know they're dumb? It makes me wonder. Because education is a big thing, I understand that. Ignorance is a big thing. But when you're educated and you show ignorance, that's a whole different level of stupid. Okay? Uh, Stupid, dumb go hand in hand. Just one's a little meaner to say than the others. But it's true. Do I wonder, do dumb people know they're dumb? It's the biggest question I have. I wonder because there's arrogance and ignorance. That's a whole different level. But do dumb people know they're dumb? Because I see a lot of dumb things. Every single day I see a lot of dumb things. The number one thing I see because, well, I'm driving is basically dumb drivers. Just dumb. Like, there's a little concept about driving that are not too difficult to figure out, that are needed to be done and are part of the whole driving experience. And it's very simple things that some should be doing more than others, but it's just people just it's such a hard idea for them to grasp the basics. Like, honestly, a blinker, turn signal, whatever you want to call it, it's there for a reason, my friends. Seriously, it's there for a reason. Use it. You know, it's not rocket science. Use it the way it's meant to be used, my friends. Like, seriously. Wow. I just almost had an 18 wheeler turn a wide corner on me, right? And oh, wow, that was a wake up call. Holy shit, I'm glad I'm quick. See that sucker coming. Wow. Sorry if there's a little brief pause there, but, I don't know if it was a deer in headlights or a deer in freaking floodlights, but wow, that really caught my attention. Yeah, so there's little key things that are really simple when it comes to driving. And I don't care which generation you are. If you have a license, being a licensed driver is a privilege. It's not a right. Don't think it's a right. Okay? Get your head out of your ass. It's not a right. So, like anything that takes a level of skill and licensing, legal licensing requires a level of rule following and basics that you should be able to do. Driving, there's certain things that are really key, right? Do not speed. And do not bully the driver in front of you by riding their ass because you want to go quicker because you're an idiot. Okay? I mean, seriously, fuck off. Go bug somebody else. Why have somebody else be responsible for your stupidity? It doesn't make sense, right? If you want to be stupid on your own time. That's basically my viewpoint. Be stupid on your own. Be dumb on your own time. Okay? It's like, it's elementary. You want to be dumb? Fucking do it on your own time. Nobody else needs to be experiencing your dumbness, right? It's your dumbness. If you want to be an asshole, if you want to be ignorant, if you want to be a complete moron, I love that word moron. Like, I mean, I would love to say people, the morons know they're morons, but some people might get offended by the word moron, although they are being morons. Um, yeah, so you see a lot of these aggressive drivers and everything else. Aggressive does not make you a good driver, my friends. Just because you ride somebody's ass because you want to go quicker, because they're not fast enough for you, because blah blah blah, because you want to live out your Final Fantasy or your Fast and your Furious or fucking whatever, whatever. Anyways, dumb people. But do people actually think about this? Like, people just think, it's not a big deal. But believe it or not, people are taking note. People take note. I make a point of looking at a driver and rolling up beside them and try to see them. The ones that don't break the law and tint their windows so dark you can't see through. I like to help people accountable. Like, I'm accountable. I always try to be accountable for my actions. I expect everybody to be accountable for their actions and hold them to it. So I really want to see what kind of dumb people I'm dealing with. So I try to roll up on them and take a look and go, okay, so you're the dumb person. Okay, I'm going to try to remember that dumb face. So if I ever come across a decision-making process that involves you, yeah, I'm going to remember how dumb you were, and you're going to be excluded from the decision-making process because you're dumb. And generally, we don't need dumb people in a world of information. In the modern age of information, where even the stupidest people can get information. I mean, really, there's so much information available at your fingertips. There is no reason for you to be dumb. You could look up stuff for everything. Every answer's there. And if you are still being dumb, that's on you. Don't be dumb. What's this little lever at the side of my car for? It's called a blinker or turn signal. It has a lot of different names, but it's for a general purpose. If you are changing a direction other than going straight, simple. Yes, that means even swerving into another lane. That is still not going straight. That is actually changing the altered direction of what you're going into. But I guess the other dumb stuff is, driving aside, think about the other stuff. I mean, I've been going through rough times for well over a year now. As some of you might know, I've been keeping and following along. And I'm still going through a struggle. But are you going to flip a coin and roll the dice at taking a chance of, breaking the law in order to get ahead? Like, it's like a 50-50. It's like, okay, I can get back on my feet if I do this once, or I could fuck up the rest of my life. Is it really worth the risk of tarnishing your name, your sense of honor, your reputation, fuck up your life completely? Is there any score that's going to be enough that you can pull off? Because obviously, if you were smart enough, you wouldn't be in the situation and you'd have other legal options to do. But if you're so dumb that, okay, you have no other options, are you still dumb enough to be able to break the law in order to get a score? I mean, okay, I'll put it this way, speaking with the dumb thing. To rob a store breaking stuff for a few measly $1,000, a couple $1,000, you're going to roll the rest of your life as a trade off for a couple $1,000. Think about how far the couple of $1,000 gets you, right? It doesn't make sense. Now, let's think the smart and the dumb equations here. If you're willing to do a score which is going to be worth, I don't know, $10 million? Okay, that I would roll the dice for. $10 million. Only you. Only you. Okay? That's your $10 million. If you do this stupid thing, break the law, all that stuff, and if you are successful, you can make $10 million is yours. Okay, that's the smart move. In my opinion, that's a smart move. That is a smart move. $10 million, yeah, I'd be willing to gamble my future and my life for a $10 million score, especially if the odds look really good that I could possibly pull it off and no one gets hurt. Great. That's fine. That's worth it. But you see these idiots that do smash and grabs, rip off stores for a couple $1,000s, do the despicable thing of home invasions, do anything along these lines, which frankly, I believe that castle law should be universal, where somebody's breaking in your fucking house, you have the right to shoot them. I think that should be universal law. Hello, police, get on it. The castle law should be a standardized thing across all countries, all across the world. That should be a thing. But that's another story for another show. But as far as dumbness goes, to commit these petty crimes which hurt people, which hurt hardworking citizens, which hurt families, which hurt other people directly, that's just stupid. It's just dumb. It's the dumbest thing ever. The dumbest thing ever. Because let me tell you, if that person could identify you later on down the road, oh my God, they would be out for you. I'm just going to tell you, not only will you have it hanging over the fact that, you did that thing, committed that crime, somebody's hunting for you. And if they find you, fuck, you're in serious pain. I'm just telling you. Like, if you get a home invasion on my fucking home, oh, you better fucking leave the country. Because if I ever come across and set eyes on you again in a different capacity, oh, you're fucked. You are fucked. I will make you suffer. I'm just telling you. So be careful about your dumb choices that you make, dumb people. Because it's not worth it. It's really not worth it. Like, you're gonna get, a record. You're gonna fucking screw up your future for a couple $1,000s. Think about that. Other dumb things. Smoking. Oh, heart addiction. I know. I used to smoke. Yeah, I smoked for over 20 years. Pretty dumb, yeah, but it's an addiction. It really is. You know what's even dumber than smoking? Vaping. For some reason, there's a level of dumbness out there where people think that vaping's not harmful. Oh, well, I'm only smoking natural stuff, water-based, blah, 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 blah. Even water-based. If you're putting it in a container that heats up, that's plastic. That plastic is going to actually heat up to the point where it will get in the water and it will be inhaled. There's no way in any capacity that you could tell me that vaping is smart. I mean, no. Dumb. Smoking's dumb, but smoking is a lot less dumb than vaping. No matter how you try to swing it. I mean, the reality. I mean, that's the funny thing about today's world. And it always makes me wonder, again, as I mentioned, we're seeing a new dumbness of generation for all these little things. But we're in an information age that it's so much information. It's incredible on how much information we have access to. And yet we're still doing dumb things, Still doing dumb things. It's so dumb, you know? And people don't even think about it. They don't even think about it. They're just like, la 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 la. And it's just like, holy shit. You know, if we could tag everybody that does dumb things, would they still act dumb? That's a really good question. I always wonder if you could hold somebody accountable that you come across in passing to be able to highlight the fact that it is them, would you still do dumb things? Oh, wait, no, 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 no. You see, they would cry out, oh, that's an invasion of my privacy. Really? No. Because if you're doing dumb things that affect other people, you should be held accountable. If you want to be dumb in your own living room, in your own house, and do dumb things that are only going to affect you and your dumb life, well, that's fine. You know what? Be dumb all you want. If any decision that you make is not going to affect anybody else, then by all means, you be dumb with yourself, your moronic self, in your own space. That's fine. I'm okay with that. If you want to be dumb and whatever, that's up to you. But as soon as you step over that threshold of somebody else being involved or being affected, yeah, then you should be called out on that shit. It's not privacy. It has nothing to do with privacy. You're in a public space. Guess what? That should be public knowledge, including who you are. So fuck this whole privacy thing. Has nothing to do with privacy at this point. At this point, you do public stupid stuff, then publicly exposed you shall be. You know, people keep crying about privacy and everything else. Well, you know, the ones that are crying about privacy the most are the criminals because they don't want to be found out. The dishonorable, disgrace of society, the scum of the earth, the lawbreakers, the ones that think that, they can get away with shit. I don't know, maybe because they're dumb. Maybe because they come from uncivilized places in the world. And some reason they get into a civilized society and they figure that, they can still do the dumb things that they did in their uncivilized country. And they come to a civilized country and realize, no, it doesn't work that way. But they play dumb. They play dumb thinking that, oh, I didn't know. If you didn't know, then you shouldn't be here because obviously you weren't informed. And that's kind of your responsibility to not be dumb. We're not going to accept dumbness as an excuse to get out of jail. Just so you know. And I'll tell you, there's got to be a dumbness law. There really has to be a dumbness law. There really does. Like, it's a really. That's the thing. I mean, look at politicians. Politicians. Look at the U.S. The U.S. wants to keep you dumb, right? Trump wants to keep you dumb. I'm just saying, there's a level of dumbness that I think some countries actually want its citizens to be because they don't want them to be smart enough to be able to figure stuff out. Unfortunately. So, you know what? Why don't you flip off those that say, that don't want you to learn and learn something and do the right thing? Because you stand out like a sore thumb when you do these dumb things. There is a majority of us that are intelligent that see your dumbness and go, huh, that person's a moron, especially with driving. Oh, fuck yeah. You see that a lot, especially with the driving. But even in passing, even in walking down the street, even in interactions, there is a level of dumbness that is out there. And people just like, oh, it's my business, I'll do what I want, blah, blah. They make 1,000,001 bullshit excuses for why they do what they do and why it's justified and blah, 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 blah. Oh, and then the best one is mind your own business. Fucker, if you are in the public arena, it is my business. If you are in your house whacking yourself off or whatever the hell you do, that's your business. That's behind closed doors. As soon as you pass into the public forum, it's public. and it becomes everybody's business. Mind your own business bullshit. Okay, I'll mind my own business if it's in my house. But as soon as I step past that front door in the public arena, it's everybody's business, fucker. So if you want to be dumb in your own house. Leave that dumbness in your freaking trailer, whatever the case may be. My point is, don't start screaming about privacy. Don't start screaming about security. Don't start screaming about my business. Blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. Bullshit. Anyways, do yourself a favor with your dumbness. Learn the right way to do things. Learn the right, because you look like an idiot. Everybody thinks you're an idiot. They don't think you're cool. You know, blasting your music, driving fast, being rude to people, being a bully. The list can go on. Driving your stupid pickup truck because you think you're fucking cool, but it's never done a hard day's work like yourself. I mean, not picking up dog poop when you take your dog out and it goes poop out in public. That's dumb. Stuff like this. I mean, there's a whole list of things. I'm just passing and I'm just driving around, some places. I'm just trying to think to myself, okay, there's this dumb, that dumb. There's a lot of dumb things. There is a right way to do things, people. Learn how to do it. Learn how to do it. Stop being dumb. Educate yourself. Because education is the key. Knowledge is power, right? Knowledge is power. And if you don't have the knowledge, you're not powered. You got nothing. Educate yourself. Learn the right way to do things and do them. Change your habits. Change your habits so you don't look dumb. So people will respect you and look up to you and admire you. Smart people doing smart things. That's what inspires people. Dumb people doing dumb things are laughed at. Do you want to be that person? I don't know. You gotta ask yourself at the end of the day. Do you want to be laughed at, disrespected, looked down upon, blah 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 blah? Well, okay, keep doing dumb stuff. Driving the wrong way in a cul-de-sac. Come on, fuck. Get your head out of your ass. It's just stuff like this. I'm just telling you. Stuff like this just makes you wonder. Makes you fucking wonder. Stop being dumb, people. There's a right way to do things. Learn it, do it. Simple as that. Learn it and do the right thing the right way. And if you don't know, ask somebody or ask the internet. Seriously. Don't be dumb. Dumb people. I don't know if you realize you're dumb. Take a look at your actions every single day. And ask yourself, am I doing things the right way? Am I supposed to be doing it this way? Or am I just being lazy? There's no excuse if you're being lazy. Don't be lazy. Do it the right way. If you're in the public arena, do it right. Don't be dumb. Don't do the dumb way. Do the right way. Because save yourself the fucking embarrassment. Right? Save yourself the embarrassment. Don't look like a moronic friggin' slug that just crawled out of nowhere. Do the right thing when no one else is watching. Just saying, don't be dumb. Educate yourself. Because that's moving forward. It's going to be key. It's going to be, remember, we have artificial intelligence now. And the dumber you are, the more you fall short on the intelligence means you're just cattle fodder. You're just friggin', you're dirt at that point. You're going to go lower on the level of evolution, because we're going to have artificial intelligence. So that means even the smartest people in the world are going to move down in the ladder of things. And the dumber you are, the lower you're going to move on that ladder. And you see what I'm getting at here? Your intelligence of doing smart things is going to be key moving forward. And stop doing dumb things and you'll get further ahead. Because eventually, a lot of the bullshit reasons for why you got as far as you did and why you're given all these free handouts or whatever the case may be, eventually those will wear thin and they will stop. and they will come to a closure. And you're going to have to fall back on your intelligence in order to move forward. So start reading a book, start researching, start finding out the right ways to do things, and do them. Start with the basics, like driving. If you drive, start with the basics. Learn what a fucking turn signal is. Learn what a speed limit is. Learn to not be aggressive. Learn to not text and drive. Learn to not even touch your fucking phone when you're driving. You know, learn to follow the rules of the roads. You know, and I always refer back to, because this is called car musings, you mofo. It's called car musings. So we're going to talk about a lot of car stuff because I'm in a car. In case you're wondering, yes, I keep coming back to the driving because of that. Anyways, educate yourself. Don't be the moron on the road. Don't be that moron in life. Educate yourself. Stop being dumb. You'll thank me for it later. You'll come back down the road and go, Mad Morgan, you were right. And I'm like, yes, it happens once in a while. Anyways, do dumb people know they're dumb? You know what? Seriously ask yourself that question. Because the dumb people are going to say, no, I'm not dumb. Yeah, it's true. The smart people are actually going to question it. The smart people are going to sit there and evaluate and look inward and go, have I done anything dumb today? How do I do things? Am I doing dumb things? Am I doing it the dumb way? That's the good question. And then go from there. Anyways, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you very much for tuning in to today's episode of Car Musings. I am your host, Mad Morgan. Although it's funny because the voice to text always comes up as Matt for some reason. It's Mad Morgan. Very simple. Anyways, hopefully the intelligence to get that right. Thanks for tuning into this episode of Car Musings. I'm your host, Mad Morgan. Please check out themadmorgan.com. Please share us. Tell people about us. Donate if you can. Until next episode, keep your integrity in check. And, hey, be well out there. I will see you next episode. Bye for now.